Goeienaand, goeienaand, good evening, Dumelang, Lochani, Molweni, Da. Ek kyk nou hier agter. Namaste, namaskar. Assalamu alaikum, shalom. En goeienaand. Ja, ek sit nou hier. Ek gaan my nou self verbeel, ek sit nou hier in die in 'n woud. Ja, ek wil bitter graag eintlik in regte lewe wil ek graag daar in die woud gaan sit. Hallo julle, goeienaand. Maar ek sit nou nie in die woud nie, ek sit hier by my vriendin se huis. Hallo. Wie staan wat goed daarso? Ek wens ek kan hierdie ding wegkry want dan kan ek sien wie die mense wat my groet. Er is iets hier voor dit. Good evening, good evening. Hallo Lana, hallo Thomas. Hallo Honor. Hallo. Vir die mense sê hallo. Hallo Joey. Goeienaand al my mense, al my vriende. Dit is maandag aand. Dit is die dag wat God ons deurgedraai het. Ons is hier aan die kant van die lewendiges en ons kan nog 'n verskil maak. Good evening everyone. Welcome to the UIM page. For those who don't know, who just happen to find this page, someone maybe sent you a notification to say, please watch what's happening on this page. This is the United Independent Movement page. I am Fatima Abdool. I come from a broadcasting background. My first experience in broadcasting is radio. Ek was vir baie jare, nie so baie jare nie, maar omtrent vir 8 jaar was ek 'n radio-omroeper. I was a radio presenter on radio pulpit. And later on I did a few things for Radio Sonder Grense. And then I also did a few things on television. So the one thing that I learned was that we must always assume that there is a new person watching or listening. So you have to do a station ID. So I would do something like you are tuned to Radio Pulpit, the station with the good news. I am Fatima Abdool and you are listening to blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to do a channel ID by saying you are watching the United Independent Movement page. My name is Fatima Abdool and welcome. So vanaand is ek hier by my vriendin se huis by Blanche in Silverton. En gewoonlik ontvoer sy my so vir 'n dag of 2, maar ek gee nie om nie want dit help my om net te unwind. How are you guys doing? Yes, we are full house almost. So the past few days I've been pondering about a few things that's really, I'm sure you also have been wondering about a few things. All these killings and murders. Now we hear of a serial rapist who's gone, and I see a house that he's been living in, a mansion, and there's a body in some jail that they found. They thought it was him, blah blah blah, and only to find out that senior officials were part of the escape of this person. This is just one of the many things that's happening. There's a gentleman by the name of Ayub who was murdered, slaughtered in El Dorado Park. And I've spoken with a few people in the background. And you know what is the sad thing? The sad thing is that there's people within the community who are supposedly community workers, community servants, but they are actually also behind the scenes. They are part and parcel of the big problem, which is the crime element, the lawlessness that's happening in South Africa. Then there's this killing of AKA. I see now 3 men were apprehended in die Weskaap. There's no hier soldate. There's now people that are assassins. They go out and they kill people. The killings that was happening in Westbury and the Eldorado Park. And also this father and son. The father is a liquidator. Afgemaai, doodgemaak. Sy seun het op die plek dood gegaan en hy is later in die hospitaal dood. Then there's I think 2 years ago, 21 young people died at some place, some club or whatever, due to suffocation. Then there's, I can go on and on and on, but I don't want to spoil your evening. The bottom line is we are becoming a lawless country. Die land wat jy geken het 10 jaar terug bestaan nie meer. And I'm looking at small things while I'm driving. For instance, there's a reason why there's a stop street and it says stop. But we find people who feel no, it's pause. You don't stop, you just brake and then go. So many accidents happens because of that. Or you find that people just absolutely disregard the traffic light, die rooi lig, die rooi lig. As dit rooi is, dan beteken het stop. But now I also understand, due to this stupid load shedding thing, which, hey, you know, hoor hierso, die EFF glo vas. Die EFF glo vas. Die feit dat ons nou minder load shedding het te doen met hulle. Hy fooi tog, besef hulle nie, dit was al reeds in die pipeline gewees. En load shedding is nie iets wat regtig nou afgeskaf gaan word nie. Hulle moet nog, daar moet nog baie water oor die brug loop om dit te bewerkstellig. But in their little minds, shame, they're boasting that now because of us. Anyway, laat ek nou nie hoor. I don't want to talk about them. Small things, but as my point was, because of load shedding, people are so confused now, because when it's load shedding, the traffic lights are off, so you just brake and you give each other, you know, first arrival, first, you know, person that drives away. Now you forget when there's a traffic light and it's actually working, you're still in the mode of just braking and then going. And that's where the accidents happens. But I want to talk about the small things, man, like the throwing away of trash on the highway. Jy kan mos nie 'n Mercedes-Benz of een van hierdie dik groot karre ry en dan gooi jy papiere by die venster uit nie. Why? What is, I'm trying to figure out, you need to help me here, what is really going on in the psyche of our people? Yesterday, I found myself in Mayfair. Hoorie, julle wat in Johannesburg bly. Guys, actually for everybody, people, there are pockets in South Africa that does not belong to South Africa anymore. Mayfair is filled with Ethiopians, Kenyans, Somalians, Nigerians. There are no South Africans. Ek weet nie waar hulle is nie. So now I'm not saying all of them, but it's as if the culture of the outside countries, the foreign countries, is slowly but surely seeping into South Africa. Nog nooit het ons, ek sien altyd op documentaries. I always see on documentaries up there in the north of Africa, where the most hideous things happen. Daar word sommer diere word geslag en die bloed loop en die vliee is daar. En net langsaan is daar iemand wat hare vleg. En net 'n rukkie verder is daar iemand wat iemand se baard skeer. Those are the things that I see on documentaries up there in Africa. But guess what, guys? It's coming down to us here in South Africa. Now, I'm not saying that only foreign nationals are guilty of this. No. There are South Africans that are as much guilty of all these heinous, punitive lawlessness that's happening in South Africa. It's as if South Africans are adopting or adapting to what the foreign nationals, the negativity of, because there's very good qualities of foreign nationals as well, but our South Africans are embracing and accepting and running with the negativity. Van wanneer af my ons mekaar net so af? Since when? And the common denominator of all of this is money. Money. On Sunday, Saturday, I watched a documentary of the gold, I don't know what the word is, in Zimbabwe. The gold smuggling in Zimbabwe. These people are working with amounts of bedrag soos 600 miljoen rand transaksies. Dis alles fraudulent transactions and money laundering, etc. And there are South Africans that are part and parcel of that. All nationalities, sorry, white collar crime and all these devious things that's happening does not have a skin color. Al die rasse is daarby betrokke. Wit, bruin, swart, Indiër, the lot. Die hele toetie. It's all about money. Now I ask myself, because I had to ask myself these questions. How much money do you need, Fatima Abdool? How much money do you need to love? Now, my cost of living or my level or standard of living is very low. I am low maintenance. So I said to myself, the gold mafia, thank you. To live, I just need R1 million. Not R1 million a month, R1 million a year. Nee, ek gee vir my net R1 miljoen, ek is fine. 1 miljoen randjie, nee? As jy nou vir my moet geld gee, as jy nou voel jy wil vir my geld gee, nie om vir my om te koop om enigiets, as jy my wil omkoop, dan kan jy maar vergeet. Maar as jy nou voel, daar's baie geld in jou rekening, en jy wil my net bless. R1 miljoen. Ek gaan met dit 'n karretjie koop en 'n ou klein huisietjie. En met die res gaan ek lewe, ek gaan die rente, dan gaan ek elke maand van die rente aflewe. But 600 million rand, guys. 10 million rand. 100 million rand. Those are the things that they are busy with. Those are the type of contracts that these people are busy with. That is why government officials are so easily being bought. Because is it because of the previous poverty? You were so poor that now that you see money or you hear sums of money, that you are so greedy. Oh, that's the other thing. Greed. Greed is causing us to live a lawless life. To not care that someone can just pick up a gun and shoot a farmer, stab his wife, rape his daughter, steal his money, steal his bakkie, and burn down the house. A level of absolute lawlessness is not increasing in numbers only, but it's intensifying. Dit raak al hoe dieper en wreder and it becomes even more evil than ever before. You know why? This is just my opinion. Because they are getting away with it. They are getting away with it, and they are even being helped to do it. There is no sense there. What is the word? Non-consequential management is non-existent. People know that there are consequences, but they know they won't reap the consequences, because the system and whoever is supposed to do law enforcement or apply the rule of law, they are part and parcel. Now, not all of them. I believe that there are good law enforcement agencies and forces and so on. I believe that there are still justice systems or just courts and so on that still does the right thing, but majority is already fallen in the hands and taken captive. And someone wrote something there now. I can't see the person's name. Yes, job creation. This afternoon I spoke to my mom and I said to her, you know what? In Germany, a country like Germany, there are no unemployed people. There are no unemployed people. Die ou mense werk tot hulle nie meer kan werk nie, because their skills are so sought after. That's why a lot of South Africans are needed over there. But also the young people that are there. How it happens. If you don't have a job, you go to the Department of Labor and you say to the Department of Labor, I am Fatima Abdool, I don't have a job, but these are my qualifications. They give you a form and they say to you, okay, cool, please go. We see that you have a teaching and education, etc., background, or you have no skills. Please go and volunteer your time twice a week at this organization or at this company. Bring back the form so that they must fill in the form to say how many hours you have done your labor, etc. Then we as the department will see to it that you stay on our system. Then those people get paid a stipend for services rendered for their labor and their time and their effort that they have given to society. In South Africa, you do nothing, but you get paid. You see, this government has orchestrated it in such a way that people don't want to work anymore, but they want to receive money. They don't want to work. The young people are quite complacent, not all of them, please, this is not a blanket statement. Not all of them, but most, the ones that have been receiving their 350 rands, they want their 350s, even though they don't work. Now, if you introduce that law to say, listen, for you to receive the 350, you need to go and do services, voluntary services at a specific place. You need to work so many hours to receive so much money. Then we will give people purpose. Then people will be focused, and there's another word for it, but they will have value for themselves and not that entitlement attitude that they have. Now, do we need government to do all of that? Unfortunately, in certain aspects, yes, because they are the ones that's paying out the money, but we can, maybe as a party or as organizations, speak or bring it about. Ek weet nie met wie praat mense nie, want dit is net, dis 'n doolhof. To say, implement that. Implement the law of work, receive. Work, receive. We're saying there's unemployment, but there's so much work to be done. We say that there's crime is on the increase, but the young people are bored. They don't know what to do with their lives. Nothing comes for free. Yes. So that is my contribution in terms of the lawlessness. I'm not going to just give you the facts about how lawless South Africa has become, but I'm giving you kind of solutions as to how we can address the lawlessness. Me, myself, personally, and I suggest that the death penalty comes back. Now, please, this is not the UIM saying it. Maar ek, Fatima Abdool, wil bitter graag die doodsvonnis terug hê. Veral vir die mense wat ons weet hy het die moord gepleeg. Ons weet hy is die een wat die vrou opgekap het. Ons weet hy is die een wat die kind vermoor het. Ons het hom gevang, sy fingerprints is dit is bewys. Die persoon het erken. Daai mens moet die doodsvonnis opgelê word. Hoekom? Omdat ons moordenaars is? Nee. Omdat dit as 'n afskrikmiddel of 'n afskrik idee is om die mense wat dink hulle kan wegkom met moord te keer. Want as jy weet jy gaan vrek aan die einde van die tyd, dan gaan jy mos nie hierdie, then you won't do these heinous things. The worst thing that we could have done was say no more death penalty, human rights. Human rights? Criminals have more rights than us as beautiful, law-abiding citizens. That's just, my contribution. I feel that the death penalty should come back. Mense wat sê ja, maar jy kan nie, dit is moord. Nee, hulle het 'n moord gepleeg. Bybel sê, tand vir 'n tand en 'n oog vir 'n oog. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You can't be walking around thinking that you can just, I am now an assassin, betaal my R100,000, ek gaan gou 10 mense doodskiet. No. You do that, you die. It just makes sense. Fijnaand allemaal, ek is laat. Ja, mense. Ons het champions nodig. We need UIM champions. Fatima Abdool en Neil de Beer is nie die champions nie. No. We need you as champions. People contact me en sê, ons het niemand hier in Louis Trichardt nie. Dan sê ek, jy is iemand. Jy is die iemand in Louis Trichardt. Ons het niemand in Kimberley nie. Jy is die een. You are the one in Kimberley. So I'm going to ask you now, I'm going to give you my number, which I will filter to Diane. Okay? And because sometimes people contact me, or some people are with me on WhatsApp. I need the following people. People who live in different communities, who see the dilapidation, jy sien hoe die land besig is om uitmekaar te gaan. Nou, hierdie keer is nie die land nie, dis die plek waar jy woon, where you live. You see the decay. Yes, you're right, we need to change the judiciary completely, because it's not working. It's not working, jy maak nou dat ek backtrack. Because there are people that are apprehended by police, they go to court, they get released because of lack of evidence or whatever, witnesses that are not, they don't have confidence in the witnesses, etc., etc. All of that, all those things must change. And it must change from top to bottom. Guys, we have 3 levels of government: national, provincial, and local. Locally, we are restricted. Most of the things needs to change, needs to change on national level. And for you to see that the UIM gets to national level, you need to start championing the UIM. As jy wil sien dat Neil en Fatima Abdool en nog so 6 of 10 ander mense UIM toe, parlement toe gaan, you become the champion in your community. We are posting flyers here on Facebook. Wat sê van die 5 punte, die 5 C's, etc, etc. Download it, print it, give it out to your community members. Okay? Give it out to your friends, give it out to your enemies. Just see to it that the people who sit with the solutions or the suggestions that you send, that they get to Parliament. I mean, it was such an eye-opener when I did my speech last week that, I mean, I've been telling you guys stuff that I spoke in council, but for some of the council members, it was a wow moment geweest. And I thought, wow, ek is so slim. Yeah, you're right. If the head of the fish stinks, the whole fish will stink. So see to it that the head of the fish, is rotten to the core. How do you champion the UIM? Click here, the share button, copy the link, post it to your people. You don't have to post this specific talk that I'm doing. If you feel that Neil de Beer did a much stronger speech, click on that link, share. Just get the name. My ma stuur elke dag vir mense die word of the day. That's why I asked, because some people also wanted to send me the word of the day. I said no. My ma stuur klaar vir my word of the day. Ek kan nog nooit 7 word of the days wil kry nie. Ek gaan by die mekaar raak. But the fact that she sends to people the word of the day, I said to her, now you start sending out the links of the UIM as well, so that your people can be acquainted with the UIM. Ek moet dan nog wys hoe om die links te copy and so on. Born before technology. So please, if you are a senior citizen, don't say, no, I can't do anything because I'm just at home. You can do a lot. Use your phone. Champion the UIM on your phone. And those who can move around, as I said, download the pictures that you see, download the flyers that you see, send it to your, or print it wherever you want to print it, give it out, put it in your neighbor's post box. Just get the word out there. If we want to see, I actually want to see lawlessness stop now, tomorrow. That is my heart's desire. That I can still walk around the corner to buy a loaf of bread without stressing about being grabbed and raped somewhere, or human trafficked. That's the other thing. Human trafficking, kidnapping, ransoms, all these things. It was never part of who we are. But now it has, dat het ingesypel, hierdie klomp vuil goed het in ons land gekom, under the not watchful eye of the current government. Nee, ek gaan nie rant en rave hierso vir klomp minute oor dieselfde ding oor nou. You know the problems. You know what the problem is. Except for the fact that this country is as godless as can be. The few Christians, or the few people that are still in God, that are still in Christ, that are still on their knees praying for South Africa, is what actually keeps this country going. Do that, but also champion. Ek gaan, there's something in my mind that I want to do, and I'm going to do it, and I'm just going, that is laid on my heart. You will see it. And because I know that two messages. I have to bring out the message of Christ and I have to bring out the message of the UIM. It goes hand in hand. I cannot separate the two from each other. Okay, kan ek nie skei van mekaar af nie. So dit is wat ek gaan doen. En dan ja, as julle my wil kontak, ek weet nie of ek dit moet doen nie. Nee, my foon gaan deur mekaar raak. Ek gaan weer daai se nommer hierso plaas as ons klaar gepraat het. Gaan ek daai se nommer hier heel bo sit. Kontak vir Diane. Wat Diane doen is, sy is op seker 44 UIM WhatsApp groepe. So jy gaan vir haar sê, hallo, ek is Jamima van Kakamas af. Dan gaan sy jou sit op die Noord-Kaap groep. So jy moet nie net op 'n groep kom nie. Soek nie net mense wat op die groep kom nie. Hallo, is SG hier so? Hi, jene. Ek sien iemand sê daar is hallo SG. Ek kan nie sien nie man, mense. Hallo my SG as jy hier so is. En hallo my UIM kollegas, daar's daai se nommer. Maar gaan dit daar bo ook sit wanneer ek klaar gepraat het. Ja. Baie dankie dat julle aangesluit het. Ek was nog net besig om vir die mense te sê hoe moet hulle in kontak kom met ons. So jy gaan op 'n UIM groep kom. Daar gaan heelwat goed bespreek word, verkieslik. Ons hou dit net by UIM goed. Asseblief mense. Ons verstaan dat julle mense wil aanmoedig met die woord en so aan, maar nie by UIM by UIM WhatsApp groepe nie. Ons post net UIM goed. As ander mense wat op 7 van ons groepe is, uitfooi tog, ek weet nie hoekom nie, but anyway. So please, see to it that you contact Diane, become a champion in your street. Let's just take it street by street. Just in your street. If you are, ek weet jy kan nie op julle community group net goeders post nie, but print the flyers that we are posting here on Facebook and put it in the postbox. Dan het jy die woord uitgegee rondom die UIM. Okay? And then we will look forward to next year. In my mind, I have an amount of people that should vote for the UIM, and that is 1 million. 1 miljoen. Ons is 60 miljoen. Surely there's 1 million people that can vote for the UIM. I'm a minimalist. Hello Shafiq. In terms of my surroundings, ek kan met 1 kas en 1 bed oor die weg kom. But when it comes to targets, I push myself. And I want to challenge you as UIM lovers, UIM members. We're not going to have supporters anymore. Binnekort, SG gaan dit alles mooi uitlê vir julle. But as UIM members, there's a target in my mind that we can reach 1 million people and we will have 1 million votes. That's it. 1 million. Vision, 1 million. We can do it with you as the champion, with you as the one that is printing the flyers and giving it out. We are printing it. We've done it in 4 languages, English, Afrikaans, Xhosa, and Setswana. Get the word out there. Start championing for us. Okay? So, kontak vir Diane. Sê vir Diane waar jy bly. En sy sal vir jou sit op die regte groep. Okay, baie dankie julle vir julle tyd. Julle moet lekker slaap. En onthou, if you see someone being lawless, address it. Not confrontational. Skryf neer die nommer. Daar's nou selfone. Mens jy kan foto's afneem en dit stuur, dit wys na SAPS of wie ook al en sê, dit is wat ek gesien het gebeur. Ek weet, daar is nou hierdie something act, poppy act and what. But still, we can keep people accountable to say, what are you doing? I know, for instance, of a school, there's a whole school without any dirt bins. Die vullis lê net daar rond by die skool. Nou, ek gaan dit aanspreek, nie omdat ek Fatima Abdool is nie, maar omdat ek besorgd is oor die kinders wat in vullis moet leef. Die skool kan ons nou daai goed herwin en lang storie kort, raak betrokke. Get involved in your vicinity. Jy hoef nie die hele Suid-Afrika te red nie, net die straat waarin jy woon, net die woonbuurt waarin jy woon. Don't be apathetic towards your community. Be a champion for the UIM. And with this, I say good night.